What if I told you that your terminal app just became a web browser? Not just any web browser, one that seamlessly integrates with your development workflow in ways Chrome and Safari never could. This is happening right now in iTerm 2 and it's going to change how you work. Welcome back to Italian News Channel. I'm your host and today we are diving into one of the most unexpected features to hit the macOS development scene. iTerm 2's built-in web browser. This isn't a gimmick, it's a legitimately powerful tool that solves real problems developers face every day. And yes, you can split your terminal and browser in the same pane. Let's explore what this means for your workflow. Picture this scenario. You're debugging an API, switching between your terminal running curl commands and a browser testing endpoints. Or maybe you're following documentation while running deployment scripts. Traditionally, this means alt tabbing between apps, losing focus, and breaking your flow. Mac OS won't let you mix tabs from different applications in the same window. You can't have your terminal and Chrome side by side in split panes. That is until now. iTerm 2's creator, George Nachman, had a colleague suggest this idea back in 2014. It took nearly a decade to materialize, but the result is remarkable. As Nachman puts it himself, and I quote, I'm maybe having a midlife crisis, and this is cheaper than a sports car. This isn't just another browser, it's a browser that thinks like a terminal app. First, it fits perfectly into iTerm 2's window hierarchy. You can create browser tabs, split them horizontally or vertically, and organize them exactly like terminal sessions. The text handling is identical to terminal windows. Copy on selection works the same way. Smart Selection recognizes URLs, file paths, and other patterns just like in your terminal. You can even use copy mode with the same keystrokes you already know. But here's where it gets interesting. The browser integrates with iTerm 2's AI features. You can discuss web pages with AI, summarize content, or analyze what you're doing without leaving your workspace. Let's talk about practical features. The link handling is brilliant. Command clicks open links in new tabs. Command shift click opens them in new vertical split panes. Command shift option click creates horizontal splits. This kind of granular control simply doesn't exist in traditional browsers. Privacy features are built in. There's a /dev/null mode for private browsing that prevents any data from being saved to disk. Pop-up blocking works automatically. Basic ad blocking uses WebKit content blocker rules. For remote work, you can view files on remote hosts through SSH integration using special URLs. The password manager integrates with your existing tools. One password, LastPass, but keeps browser password separate from terminal windows. Named marks function as bookmarks for specific page sections. Global search works across all your browser sessions just like it does for terminal sessions. The browser runs on WK WebView, the same engine powering Safari. So compatibility isn't an issue. It identifies itself as Safari to websites, ensuring everything works as expected. There are some limitations worth knowing about. Passkeys aren't supported due to Apple's WK WebView restrictions. Advanced ad blocking is limited by Apple's API constraints. There's no power specific Python API yet, though that's on the roadmap. To get started, you need to install the browser plugin. Then create a new profile and set the profile type to web browser in your settings. Enterprise users should know that administrators can block this by restricting the bundle ID. If this has caught your attention, you might as well check the YouTube description box below where I have placed the web browser setup guide. Think about your actual workflow. You're deploying a web application, your terminal runs the deployment script while your browser shows the live site in a split pane. You're debugging an API, curl commands in one pane, the browser based API Explorer in another. Documentation becomes seamlessly integrated. Instead of switching between apps to reference docs, everything lives in your iTerm 2 workspace. The AI integration means you can ask questions about what you're reading without opening another application. This isn't meant to replace your primary browser for general web browsing, but for development workflows where you need tight integration between terminal and web tasks, is genuinely game changing. iTerm 2's web browser feature represents something rare in software development, a genuinely innovative approach to solving real problems. It's not trying to be everything to everyone. It's focused on making developer workflows more seamless. The feature just went live, so we're probably looking at the beginning of something significant. If you're using iTerm 2, this is worth experimenting with. If you're not using iTerm 2 yet, this might be the reason to switch. If you found this useful, subscribe for more deep dives into developer tools that actually matter. Until next time, this is Italian News Channel, and I'll see you in the next video.